The Air Jordan 4 Cos. 1,500 bucks. How am I gonna afford that? If only I could get it for cheaper. Yo, B-Sneak! Is it really you? What are you doing here? I wanted to teach you how to cop hype stuff like this and this for the low. For real? For real, for real. Let's get into it. What's going on, guys? It's Blake. Today I'm back with another video, and today I'm gonna be talking to you guys a little bit on how to cop the most hyped and expensive things out on the market right now for the low and for cheaper than you usually see everything for. So I have a few HYPEBEAST pieces right here. I have Vans, a couple little bags, some shorts, shirts, a hoodie, and some slides. Okay guys, so I'm gonna start off with the first item I have here, and it is a pair of antisocial Vans. Now these do range on the market from about $250 to $350, and it honestly depends on where you get it. Some places I would recommend getting an item like this are eBay or GOAT or Grailed. I think I saw a couple pairs on Grailed, and of course like your local sneaker store, just because I did end up getting these at round 2 for 160 bucks when they're going online for well over 200 bucks. And how I did that is pretty much I hit up a proxy at round 2, and they just had them for a steal already, like dead stock, but I just got them for a really good price, and I'm super lucky. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend getting a shoe like this off of like a big sneaker store, like online or something, just because they're trying to like price it at top market, and like they will have them if you really want to pay like upfront, but you can also be patient. I was really patient, like yeah, and they had them at round 2 for 100 bucks, and I had to pay a little proxy fee. Anyway, to discuss a little bit more on a proxy, if you guys live near, I guess in my case, a round 2 store, either in LA or now New York or Virginia, and they ever have like a steal or something, always try to hit up like a proxy and pay like that $20 to $40 fee. And pretty much what that does is the proxy is somebody who's always around the location of the store or in the store, and whenever something like this, like a steal or just something that you don't see a lot pops up, they're there, they snag it for you, like if you hit them up, and you pay them like a little fee over what it is. Now that only works if the shoe's like a really good price and like you don't mind paying like 20-40 bucks over. But if it's something that's like really expensive, then either it's gonna sit there for a little bit, or it's just not really worth paying that extra thing, unless it's like something you don't see a lot, you know? So that's what I ended up doing with these, and that's what I do with a lot of the stuff I get from round 2. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure you can hit up the round 2 proxies. There's somewhere on Instagram you can like look into it. I'm not really too familiar because I do have like a connection with a couple of the employees there and like all that stuff, but that's what I would recommend to you guys. All right, now the next item is a pair shark face Bape shorts. Now I did get these for, I believe, retail. This is an item that is very easy to find, like these specific shorts. If you like want to get a pair of these, you can go on eBay, go to a store like round 2, go on Grailed, all those places. And with these I recommend getting them used, just because it's really hard to like use these out, other than like slight color just like fading.
If you wash it every single time you wear it, it'll fit.
Yeah, but like other than that, like I've kept mine in really good condition. These are so easy to find. I think round 2 gets like some of these like every week, and it's like 150 to 200 bucks. So that's like a really good way. And if you guys do want to get stuff like this for retail, there are certain stores like Undefeated that is in LA, and they actually do get this stuff for retail. Like they have an account with them, with Bape, so they will get stuff for retail. And I'm sure you guys have Undefeateds by you, so they do get stuff like this all the time. I've never got lucky. Like I went once and they had like a bunch of small sizes, but if you go like on the day of, you should be able to get like some pairs. Yeah, so retail's $250. That's already really expensive, but they're Bape shorts. They're like the most popular ones, so if you want to get those, then that's how you'll get them. So I do have an antisocial social hoodie right here. This is the same company that made those Vans, but pretty much how Jake explained to me earlier, because I'm not really too familiar because I don't have too much of this, but with the pieces that I do have, they do have drops on antisocial twice a year, one in the fall and winter, one in the summer and spring. And I guess what they do is they stock it up with a bunch, or it's like a pre-order, so you can order like as much as you want without it selling out. And then it does take a little time to ship, but that's just because of the pre-order, and like I'm sure they're maybe making it to order. Then like once you get all of it, like it's worth it because you paid retail for all of it. And there is slight resale on some of these shirts. It sort of like depends. It's like a hit or miss, you know. That's what I recommend with Antisocial. That's obviously not for everything because a lot of things don't sit like that, and just that's not the method that everybody uses. But if you want to cop Antisocial Social, that's what I would do. Now moving on to some more hype pieces. I'm gonna talk a little bit about, I guess, Louis Vuitton. So obviously, I did just go to the Louis Vuitton store and pick up these two things for retail, which you can do, totally fine. If you're down to spend $500 for a belt, $700 for a pouch, then by all means, go do that. But me and Jake were talking about it, and there are so many places that have used Louis Vuitton. eBay, be careful though. Grailed, Round 2. Just like a ton of people have used Louis Vuitton. So
thrift store.
Yeah, I was gonna say thrift, but like you gotta be careful with thrift because sometimes it's fake. So many people have owned Louis Vuitton and so many people have sold it just because it's like a thing that keeps like evolving, that like it's not hard to find used Louis Vuitton. Even like buying new, I don't know if you can buy new Louis Vuitton for under retail, but if you want to buy like lightly used or used, I would totally recommend like looking for people like on eBay and Grailed, just because so many people like are selling it. Like if you guys don't realize, like a lot of people are probably selling belts, right? Like a lot of people. So if you're trying to buy a belt for like $250, maybe $300, I'm sure you, or a wallet, Goyard wallet, instead of going to the Goyard store and paying retail like $1,000, I'm sure you could find it for maybe $600-700. And buying it lightly used isn't a bad thing. I bought a ton of shoes used, and I feel like you just gotta like, in my opinion, I don't think it's that weird that like it's pre-owned, but I always do like to clean it a little bit like before I start using it, just because that's like me and like sanitary, like I like to keep clean. But I have bought plenty of used items, and I think it's like such a good way to save money. And let's be honest, if I go buy a pair of Turtle Doves, right? Turtle Dove V1s, I'm gonna buy a brand new pair for $2,000. The whole sole is like perfect. There's like no scuffing or anything, because if you guys know how bad the scuffs are on Turtle Doves, it's bad. Or I can just get like a lightly used or used Turtle Dove for about half the price, and I'm gonna be wearing them anyway and making scuffs. So why would I buy like a brand new pair just to scuff up when I could just buy an already scuffed up pair for like half off? So that's how I like to think about it sometimes. But yeah, obviously sometimes we want to buy a brand new pair or something, but if it's like, sometimes you got to think about how you could save money by purchasing a used one. The market and the whole value of the thing drops. It's like buying a used car. The whole value, like not even, sometimes in half, but like the price just drops a lot. So that's what I recommend. Now again, with things like this, like Supreme Louis Vuitton, obviously I'm wearing it, and the same thing sort of takes into place. I've seen some listings on eBay for used items, and they're so much cheaper. Now I didn't do that for either of these, but I did purchase these from people that I personally know. The last two things I'll show you guys, I do have this Supreme shirt right here, bling box logo shirt, and that's another thing that I love about Round 2. I think I got this for $150. This is a really, really nice, great condition Supreme box logo shirt, and I picked it up at Round 2, used, great condition. I made sure that there was no cracking, because I personally don't want to wear a shirt that's cracking, because it's just gonna like keep cracking and like you can't fix it, you know. So I like to purchase like specifically box logo shirts without the cracking. And if you aren't really just into like box logos for Supreme, Supreme does drop or have drops every Thursday for the season. And when I was driving past LA, they had a line for like 4 or 5 days after the actual drop. So that's meaning that they have a lot of items that are still sitting there after the actual release day. So not everything sells out as fast as you guys think it may. And if you ever like, if you live in LA or New York or wherever you have like a store like that, always check the stores like a couple days after, because there's always people that return stuff. We were at Louis Vuitton today and somebody returned the pajamas, the Supreme Louis Vuitton pajamas. Not that I'm gonna pick those up, like $2,000 for pajamas, but they were there. They were chilling there, and they were like, yeah, somebody just returned these. So yeah, that's my whole like idea with Supreme. Try to get it used. That's just my opinion. Like obviously there's some things that people don't sell much of used, but like if you look hard enough you can find it. But like yeah, shirts like this, you could pay $400 for a dead stock, or you can pay like $120 maybe for a used. It's like, I'm gonna wear it anyway. Like why does it matter if I'm buying it like used, you know? So that's like my whole recommendation with that. And then the final thing, which I really want to get into, is sneaker shows and how there's so many deals and all that stuff. And these, what do these retail for? 150?
200,
yeah, these retail for 180. And I ended up picking these up at a sneaker con for about $80. So I mean, that's already like a really good steal. And like I did purchase my black ones, like whenever I saw them I was like, oh damn, those are really sick. But some kid came up to me, one of you guys, so like huge shout out to you guys. Somebody came up to me at SneakerCon with those, and they're like, yo, like these are like my personal pair, and like I'm selling them for super cheap. I just need the cash. And like this is a slide. You like just put this in the shower, rinse it off, and like it's good to go. I was like, yeah, bro, I'll pick those up for sure. They were the same size as my black pair, and now I have both. And I got those for like half off of retail. Some kid wore them like a couple times, and I just cleaned it really easily. So like at SneakerCons now, it's expanding to Supreme and all this other stuff as well, and like a lot of streetwear. But there's like so many people out there. Like there's so many of you guys that are like trying to get rid of like something like this or something, and there's always somebody else that wants it. So just think about that. SneakerCons are a great way to sell anything, to be honest. Now you can sell anything there because like everybody wants everything. But yeah, I've got a lot of good steals there just because people are willing to negotiate and they're willing to like work with you. That's what I've just, in my past experience, I've had. So yeah, just recapping everything, patience is key. Look on sites such as Goat, Grailed, eBay, and just like take your time when looking for certain things. Go to a couple of SneakerCons. Let's say if you're looking for a pair of these, I'm sure at the next SneakerCon they'll have these. I just haven't been to one in like 2 months because I didn't want to like go out of the country and all that. It was just a lot of time and really tiring. I just didn't really have time for it. But I'm sure like if I went to a SneakerCon, people would have those there. But yeah, you just gotta be patient. If you really want something and like you don't want to pay like crazy amounts, and you should be very, very patient and like sort of look around and see what's going on, and just like check your local stores and just look for steals and stuff. Like Round 2 does post Supreme posts every night. I check them every night, and I hit up the proxy to see if he can save stuff for me, which thankfully he usually does, which is awesome. Yeah, with all that being said, I appreciate you guys. Hopefully you guys learned, and hopefully you guys want to hear more stuff about this, like streetwear, HYPEBEAST, Louis Vuitton, antisocial, all that. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'll see you guys in a bit. Stay blessed, stay well, stay good. Yeah, peace. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, make sure to go check out my latest video in the middle of the screen, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Remember when I said back in August, I've been working hard till it's flawless. Sometimes I get stressed being honest and turning myself to a target.